What's up, everyone? So I have another review on another Samsonite bag. I've actually traveled with this a couple of times already. It's called the Hardshell Samsonite Framelock. It's a Samsonite Max Framelock 21-inch zipperless bag, and it retails for $250. And obviously, you can buy this from various outlets for at a discount. So the price will vary depending on where you decide to purchase this from. This is an emerald teal color, and it stands 21 inches in height. It weighs right around 7.3 pounds. Now let's get into the features of this bag. So the biggest feature of this bag is that it is zipperless. It's called the Framelock design. So as you see, there is no zippers on the outside. There is an integrated TSA lock on the side of the bag. There are two handles, one on top and one on the side, and they are nice. There is a retractable handle that has two main lengths, one here and then another one up there. There are 4 spinner smooth rolling wheels that are quite silent and very smooth. And then the other part of it, I'm not sure what the bag is made out of, but I believe it is a 100% polycarbonate material, like most hard-sided bags. There's some minimal branding here on the front. There are on the bottom side, if you want to carry this suitcase, briefcase style, if you want to set this on the ground, there are 4 knobs on the side of the bag for when you put this on the ground so it doesn't touch the ground directly. The bag measures 15.4 inches in width, 8.75 inches in depth, and 21.5 inches in height. Now let's dive deep into the inside of this bag. So now let's get into the bag. And like I mentioned earlier, this is a zipperless frame. This is called the Framelock, and it has like a special frame locking mechanism that keeps this bag from opening, and when you close it, you don't require any zippers. And there's a mechanism here that opens this bag up, and you have the top and the bottom side, and you can see there's 2 dividers. The first one is, this is the top of the bag, and as you can see, there's 2 different pockets here on the divider itself. And then there's one large pocket on the other side, the other divider. This is a much larger pocket here, a single pocket there. Now let me open up the top portion here. It is a wide open space, no additional pockets on the inside. We go to the other side of the bag. As you can see, it's also a wide open space. No additional pockets on the inside, and as with all hard-sided bags, you can see the channels here for where the retractable handle goes through, and this takes up some room on the bottom of the bag. You can see that there's a seal here, a small seal on the edges, and these are the locks here, and they go into these channels here where they hook on, and that's what keeps the bag from opening and closing. But we'll dive into that a little bit more. So now let's get into the pros and cons of this bag. Okay, all right. Let me go ahead and talk about the pros of this bag that I like. I do like the design, the overall design, like the way it looks. It looks pretty nice, it's sleek. The materials is relatively sturdy. It's quality, like Samsonite always makes quality products in terms of like their durability and all that kind of stuff. The wheels roll on this very smoothly. So when I traveled, I never had any issues rolling this around. It rolled on all surfaces just equally well. Carpet maybe a little bit harder, but that's natural for wheels. The handles are pretty decent. They're better than a lot of other bags I've had. Although they're not padded a lot. They just have a good feel to them, the mechanism for pulling them in and out. Yeah, so the bag, I really do like that. You know, it's on par with other carry-on bags of this size that are 20 inches. There's a lot of room in it, so it's really good for traveling when you want to take this onto the plane with you versus a check-in bag. So that's really nice about this bag. So the cons that I have with this bag is it does show its wear over time. I've traveled with this about 3 times, and there are some spots that shows up. So for those of you who are pretty nitpicky on the aesthetic of the bag after you're using it, it does tend to attract some scratches and stuff. So you can see some scratches on the corners and in different spots around the bag. One of the biggest gripes that I had with this bag is that the Framelock idea behind the whole zipperless idea, although I get it, I had a lot of issues with it. I mean, I was really hyped about not having to do a zipper and unzipping it, but the execution of the way they did it doesn't work well. For one, this mechanism here where you pull in and out, where you pull the mechanism, it's supposed to be an easy pull mechanism. There should be a little handle that you can pull open and close. That thing came off like, I don't know, it came off after like maybe 1 use. And I didn't actually pull it off. It was gone after I checked this bag in one time, and it was gone when I got the bag back. So I guess through baggage handling, it got torn off or something like that. But I think that's a big miss there, because luckily I'm still able to operate this thing, but I have to put my finger in here and push it up and down. But they should make that latch on there almost permanent. It shouldn't be able to fall off that easily. And the other thing is this Framelock, the way they have this Framelock is when you open and close this, it doesn't always hook on. So whenever I'm closing the bag up and I want to keep it closed and I latch the thing on, it comes open again. So I don't know what the deal is, but I was never able to get it to work like 100% of the time. I'd say I only got it to work like 50% of the time, and that was a pain, because I always had to, push down on it and make sure it was closed tight, and I had to mess around with this thing. So that was a big issue for me. The other issue is the integrated TSA lock on this thing. It's like built into this thing upside down. Normally the numbers face down, so when you set this on the ground with the tops facing up, you look down and you operate this thing. But in this case, the thing is upside down, so you gotta like look this way. It's a wonky system. I don't know if that's a defect or what the deal is with that. And then the last thing is the retail price of this. At $250, this thing is a ripoff. I don't think that this thing is worth anywhere near $250. At most, it should be worth like maybe a little over 100, just because of the design itself, the idea. But the fact that the Framelock Zipperless idea doesn't even really work seamlessly on this, that just blows that whole cost upcharge on that idea out the water. So yeah, so way too expensive for what you get on this bag with all the flaws that it's got. Let's get to my final thoughts. All right, so let me give you my final thoughts on this bag. Although I wanted it to work and I was super hyped about the whole zipperless concept, the fact that it didn't work, and it's like, it works to some extent. It just got so many issues. Like it doesn't latch on correctly all the time. I have problems getting to go. The thing fell off to open the mechanism fell off, so I can't like easily have to use my finger to get it in and out. Those things and the price of this bag just kind of make this bag not worth getting at all. So my final rating on this bag, I'm gonna give it, it's below average to me. So I'm gonna give this bag a 4 out of 10 rating. As always, if you found this video to be helpful, then go ahead and hit that like button down below, and please consider subscribing to our channel. See you in our next review.